Vivi, you can buy African children on Taobao.
一条视频费用在30到150元不等，可以安排非洲小朋友举牌送上生日祝福、求婚表白。
What?
Hey Laowinners, this is Laowinners here with another video. Sick new wall we got here. You're covering up all my merch. What's wrong with you? Why do you gotta sit in front of it? Isn't this awesome, by the way?
Yeah.
Freaking coolest subscribers ever. Send me the coolest stuff. You know what else is cool?
What?
Taobao. Good transition.
Taobao is literally like a god. People said 万能的 Taobao means like they can literally do anything. It's like Doraemon's pocket.
Right. Now, there's a couple references that you probably won't get there. Number one, most of you don't speak Chinese. And number two, a lot of you don't know what Doraemon is. So that's very useful for you to help everyone out there.
People don't know Doraemon. They
A lot of people
do
do.
some research.
A lot of people do. Anyway, long story short, Taobao is Chinese eBay or Chinese Amazon. And you can get anything you want there. In fact, when I'm convinced I can't find an item, I always find it on Taobao. Oh no, Sonic is spinning even faster! Whoa! Now the problem with Taobao is that it is a market for pretty much everything. I've seen parts of guns for sale on there in order to make your own gun. Of course that gets taken down. Stuff gets banned. It's up and down all the time.
Yeah.
Now the most popular thing, the most popular medium of blogging in China is called Weibo. We're checking Weibo all the time, obviously. And we also get people sending us stuff on WeChat all the time. They'll send us viral stories. And, you pass them around, basically. It's the only way that the freedom of information is kind of allowed to flow in China before it gets shut down sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Now, the current most hot story right now is kind of in line. We have a theme going on here. We have a theme going on here with the African-China relations. Got a lot of crap for the last video that we did. Just trying to open a dialogue and talk about this. Don't shit on us for we're not having an opinion about this, but we do think it's pretty funny.
Mercy us.
Give us a little bit of mercy.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
People start online, like for example, your girlfriend's you want to propose to your girlfriend, or if somebody's birthday and this and that, they can get on Taobao, actually ask for a bunch of like African army soldier or African little kids to sing happy birthday or propose to you. And bunch of Chinese people think that's funny, but bunch of Chinese people think that's really immoral. Just totally depends on how people think.
So this is interesting. We're going to run some clips here, obviously, and we have some stuff here. But you can, in fact, go on Taobao right now. We're going to cover a lot of good stuff, but you can go on Taobao, like Vivi said, and order an army, a local army, corrupt or not, good or not, we don't know, depending on the country, and you actually have them fire off guns into the air with live bullets that will possibly come down and kill villagers.
事业家庭，旺旺旺！北京，老字号，杨先生，真的好吃，耶！
But that being said, you can get these really buff, kind of strong African army dudes to wish you a happy birthday and then shoot guns in the air. Now, the thing that people are concerned about, less so the army. I'm more concerned about the army, and I'll tell you why, but we'll talk about that later. More Chinese people, I would say, half the people that we've been talking to are more concerned about the exploitation of children. So you can pay these groups of kids to wish you a happy birthday. I have absolutely no issue with this. I think it looks bad, but sometimes China is one of those countries where they haven't come up with a reason for something to be bad yet. And I think a lot of Westerners complain about things that aren't necessarily bad just for the reason of complaining or playing the victim card, right?
They trying to claim that like they make those video is because they trying to give those kids have better life. And but to me it's too commercial.
Okay.
Like
you shouldn't make a product out of it.
You don't sell kids out like that. That's first thing. The second thing is like, I don't want to crap on my my country too much, but the thing is, by the time you donate something, even donate something, how many how much exactly it's like get into that kid's, or just
that is so,
you know.
I mean, I thought this was gonna be a fun video, but you brought up a really good point. The problem with charity in China is not that Chinese people are not charitable. Chinese people, especially with national issues, tend to be charitable when if there's a disaster or something like this, right? The problem is that the country is so corrupt, and I'm not gonna say morally corrupt because a lot of people are moral, but morally corrupt in some areas, that most of the charity money, or a lot of the charity money, will be diverted from the actual thing. So a lot of people in China are like, well, you know what, if my money's not going to go anywhere, I'm not going to donate.
So this is the main thing people argue about, like,
Right.
is
It's
actually
openness,
you helping
talking
the
point.
kid, or you just took all the money, or just give them like candy.
That's
or
the thing.
something?
So a lot of people are like what you originally said, and this is what I don't care about. I don't think it's child exploitation to pay some poor kids that probably don't have a whole lot of food or money to sing happy birthday, to commercialize it. Yeah, it looks bad, but maybe it's not a bad thing if you're helping out villagers. But as soon as I found out that it's Chinese Taobao sellers behind this, my alarm bells just go ringing off in my head, because immediately I'm skeptical. Immediately I'm like, this is absolutely going to be a money-making scheme.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
really am almost 100% sure that in 90% of these cases, these kids are not getting the money, right? They're just basically being pushed around by Chinese people, maybe a factory boss there or someone working on the roads there that says, gathers these kids and say, you guys want to have some fun? You know, say this in Chinese, and basically drills them into this. Our suspicions were confirmed. Let's roll this clip.
再加上这东西不是很重要，我感觉那小孩比较穷，然后你稍微给他点儿，这就感觉很高兴，有比没有好。说这种情况是比较乱，雇佣儿童军队什么的这种事情都很常见。起码比那些雇佣他们去杀人放火的那些人要人道一些。在非洲的华侨做生意的、开工厂的，多的是这样的小朋友。
Yeah, there's been some report that like the kids just having fun and they don't need that much money or whatever.
So basically, when I go on here and I can pick, right? There's different
They got
touts on different
yeah,
packages.
they different package, not shooting guns and shoot guns for 3 seconds.
Right. So that's the military one. Now with the children, I can get packages as well. And I'm assuming if I'm paying 240 RMB, and I don't want to be unfair about this, and it's difficult for us to do investigative journalism, but there are reports now that if I pay 240 RMB, those kids are not getting 240 RMB. And it's not 50-50. We're talking maybe an RMB, maybe half an RMB, right? Maybe not even that. Maybe they get a little piece of candy or a marble. Maybe they don't get anything. In my mind, this is probably what's happening. A lot of the cases, they're gathering up the kids, playing soccer, and they're like, kids, come over here, we're going to shoot a video.
And I do read about some report, they said like the kids barely get none. Like,
Of course.
we
I mean,
can't
what did
prove,
we
but,
what did we
like,
expect? I mean, this reminds me of the whole PewDiePie scandal when he paid those Indian guys to write something that was very offensive on a piece of paper. These services exist to hire poor people to do things. When children are involved, people get offended, number one. And number two, when it's coming from Taobao and it's coming from China, there is a very, very, very good chance that the people are not getting the money. And I hate to be the dick that says that, but that's probably the case. And all signs point to that as well. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, because it is ridiculous what you can find on Taobao, right? And we were doing some searches, and this is some of the stuff that we've come across, right?
Yeah.
Now, not just children. It's not just African children you can buy. We found a lot of cool stuff. I shouldn't say cool. Ridiculous stuff, right? Let's go through some of these. So, what's this here?
Apparently this one is
I'm buying this.
to against your annoying loud neighbor.
Yeah, so this is a machine that is it's called the revenge machine to put, and it will make a buzzing / drilling / hammering on the ceiling of your neighbor above you. Now, do you know how many times I've wanted this? The problem is, if I put this on the roof, there's a good chance our roof will fall down, because that's happened before from our neighbor doing the same thing to us.
Yeah, our whole roof is just like
collapsed. And
collapsed.
landed on my friend and my cat.
Yeah, almost hurt beer.
So I like the idea. I love the neighbors in China are absolutely insanely loud,
yeah,
and I would love to get them
back.
back.
Go up there and yell at them. They just like, okay.
They're like, okay, sorry.
And then they would just
And then they
keep
continue.
doing it. Yeah.
This is a dog box 3. This is the 3rd version. They've had to revise it a few times. You basically put this around your dog's neck, and it will translate your dog's language.
Wow.
It doesn't work. If that was a real product, do you think it would cost 99 RMB?
Virus.
We should hijack it and make it say something like really alarming, like when you sleep, I think about eating your face.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another funny thing I found. This is very interesting because in the West we don't have this tradition of kneeling down to say sorry, the kneeling down to be punished, right?
We have like 跪榴莲, which means like you need to kneel on the, what's it called, on durian, and then
imagine kneeling at a durian. In this you can buy 10 RMB. It's about $1.50 mat with different stones on it. It's very colorful. It looks very inviting. Now, there's been a lot of things that have been banned from Taobao. Like I said, there's things that go up and down, left and right. So it's not that Taobao is getting more and more clean and more and better and like kind of safer. It's that new products go up, they get taken down. Then a new one goes up and gets taken down or replaces something else. In this case, you used to be able to buy, and I'm not joking.
Even in the hospital you can buy it.
Yeah, but it just makes it that much more weird when you can buy it on Taobao. You could buy a human placenta, okay? And it's
so
gross. Yeah, you could buy it in hospitals, even sometimes with aborted fetuses inside of it. In China, it still can in some areas. But
even when I just like gave birth, there was an advertisement, and even
you
like
could sell your placenta to them.
yeah, they add the online. They were saying like, do not give up your placenta, keep it yourself. It's like, why the heck I want to keep it
Imagine
myself?
if I open the closet and I like want something to eat, like the cupboard,
Just
I like
hanging
open it,
there
and it's
like
just
a
hanging there
clothes.
like jerky or something. Anyway, that's disgusting. But you can't buy it on Taobao anymore, unfortunately. How do they even package that? I don't know. But you can buy placenta still. That's an absolute lie that they took it off the market, because now you can buy it in pills.
Human placenta pill.
A bunch of my subscribers on Patreon, actually, my patrons, they were talking to me, and they always want the skinny on what's going on in China, obviously. And they said that they heard some massive news that the Bible was banned, right, on Taobao. And I gotta call fake news on this, because I go on here, there's plenty of Bibles. Look at this. You have your satanic Bible. You have your that Bible. You have the baking Bible. You have the demonic Bible. You can get like a cutout of an official, like a party official to put in your car, scare people a little bit, right?
And this one I can't accept.
It's pretty gross. Like
I don't know.
I would laugh at it in middle school.
Yeah.
This is a fart in a bottle.
Yeah. Pretty girl's fart.
A pretty girl's fart in a bottle, and it's 20 RMB. And
Let's see. I actually had people buy it though.
A lot of people. Anyway, fart in a bottle, 20 RMB. And perhaps one of the most ridiculous things is you can buy the corpse of a dead mosquito. 35 kwai for one. At least send the money to charity or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've thought about it. It's like if your animal couldn't catch the mosquito by themselves,
then I think you should buy a box of them, of like 1,000 of them for that price, not one. It's a bit of a rip-off, you know? You want to go buy some African kits? Anyway, not stirring any controversy here. Just wanted to bring up an interesting thing that was going on. You can never, ever, ever underestimate China's weirdness. Japan is always said to be like the weirdest place, and when we went to Japan, it was super weird in a lot of ways. But China always managed to find business opportunities that are much weirder than other countries, including buying African children and corrupt soldiers that shoot guns in the air. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more content like this, give us a like. Hit the bell button next to the subscribe thing, or else you're not going to see our videos in confirmation from an email from YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate you being very open with me. And if you want to see behind the scenes stuff and all kinds of early access and have conversations with us personally, head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/Laowinners. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. And I want to say thank you so much, Laowinners, and I'll catch you
on the next one.
Nice.